Hey, what's going on, friends and family? My name is Skylent, and I think I'm finally beginning to understand Warframe. I'm at closer to 130 hours into the game, and that's only counting Steam time. So this is before, I actually had multiple accounts, I even had a press account, but that was before the game even came to Steam. And so I played this game a lot, actually. I played it since Press Access. I played it since I worked at Free MMO Station. It was one of the first games I ever really covered. I mentioned that in my last video, which was a little bit more negative connotation, but that's why I'm kind of, I wanted to do this video to let you know that there is some positivity, there is some hype, keeping it alive here in Warframe. And I will do some more Warframe coverage. You know, we're doing a full review on this, which is going to go up on the other channel, Free For All, which is going to be my new channel where I review free-to-play games. Warframe's like one of the biggest free-to-play games, and it's one of the coolest, in my opinion. It is one of the most stylistic and just ridiculous ninjas in space games ever. I really honestly applaud it. Of course, there's some things to criticize, and in this video, even though it's going to be mostly more positive, I'm still going to criticize some things, but I just want to tell you guys, kind of like a vlog or a diary entry, my process here, which is, it makes me a little bit different, right? Reviews in pieces, reviews in motion, like, when I'm streaming, I'm still streaming it as if I'm, like, reviewing the game live there with you guys. So, I don't know if you want to peel some eyeballs off to that Patreon, you know, because that's kind of a unique concept. I don't know about that, but I do know that I enjoy, as a player, talking to you guys as if you're actual real players, too. I'm not trying to sell you games. I'm just trying to tell you guys my experience, what it's like, and maybe you should try it or not. You know, just trying to find cool games for you guys and share those experiences. So Warframe is an experience. It's something that's definitely worth downloading and trying, but there is this one issue that you're gonna have, and that's the game is a grind. Now, the issue, that's actually a good thing. A lot of people actually really like grind, and that there's just always ever-flowing content of the game. So in a way, that's good, but the problem is that Warframe is a game that I could probably describe as a toy box, and I believe I also said that term last video, but let's clarify. It's kind of like a sandbox, as in, like, it's about experimenting, and it's about trying different things, you know? You're like trying to strategize with different builds, getting in to the matches or the instances, the zones, and with different team compositions, with your tactics. You know, how should you operate your Warframe? What weapons you should use, when, what tactics to use, and also mechanically as well. It's ninjas in space. It is so mechanically intensive. It plays so fast. This is one of the most, actually, it might be the fastest, most agile shooter ever, or just game, period. Like, it is really ridiculous. Now, I'm somebody who played, like, Strike Vector, and actually, a lot of games you guys don't know. I mean, from Tribes Ascend, Quake Champions, arena shooters, 3D space flight simulator things, dogfighters that just, they play so fast. So Armored Core, you know, I played a lot of these incredibly fast games, and Warframe is right up there, if not the fastest potentially. It's crazy. So there's so much you can do mechanically, tactically, and strategically, but the issue is not mechanics. Learning all these mechanics, yeah, I mean, as a new player, it's crazy, but that's like awesome, right? Like, let's go in and jump around and flippity flop, you know, all the crazy melee combos and ridiculous acrobatic maneuvers. That's cool. And I don't think it's a barrier to entry, though. I think it's like part of the game to learn that and have fun with that. But the issue is, as a new player, you're not really going to learn tactics at all. As a new player, you just kind of run through. No, like, you yourself don't even run through the game. It's more like you join lobbies. Everyone else is so much stronger than you. They're running the alerts, or they're like power leveling their friends. You join these lobbies, and then you just get power leveled, you know, incidentally. You're not even trying, and it just that happens. So that kind of sucks. So tactically, you're not even learning how to really play the game. And then strategically, you literally can't mix and match anything as a new player. I mean, like, I'm 130 hours in, and this is why I'm making this video, is I'm just now at a point where I can actually start really playing with the clan, because I can actually start configuring a role for myself. I can start actually modifying my weapons and I can even switch out multiple different kinds of weapons. And I have multiple different kind of frames I can play around with too. And I'm just now starting to be able to have good enough mods to also participate in that end game content, or, you know, rush through the alerts and start really trying to grind efficiently and start really playing the game. So this is the problem, is that it's not a hard game to learn, which, I mean, maybe it kind of is actually, and it's vague as hell too, especially when it comes to its story, but blah, blah, blah. Basically, it's not that it's just hard to learn. It's not that it's just hard to get a grasp on. Not that it's just hard to move your fingers, you know, as fast as possible and aim and have precision in the shooter. That's not it, dude. The ninjas in space thing, it's complicated, but that's not the reason that it's an issue, which a lot of people, like, they kind of divert the conversation to that. No, that's not what I'm talking about. The issue is that you, as a player, you're not really playing the game until you are much higher level, which is actually what some people said in the comments in the last video. You guys thought that I was just like, you know, I just got a level 30, you know, Volt or whatever with a free Boltor or something. I think Boltor is a noob weapon. I don't know. It made it, that video made it seem like I was a complete noob, but I am 130 hours in, and some people will be like, oh, 130 hours? I play this game for 1,000 hours. Let me just reaffirm all my bad decisions in life here within the comments below. But anyways, so not saying that you can play this game for 1,000 hours and not get full enjoyment. I'm just saying that 1,000 hours, not all of that is unique content. It's very repetitious, and really probably your first 100 hours in this game, you're not really playing the game. You're not able to mix and match. You have so much grind in front of you. You have so much content that is completely gated to you arbitrarily, like for no reason. It's just gated so that it incentivizes monetization. It's just like the timers. So for me to do a quest, because I'm trying to get Haro currently, I'm doing so much grinding. I'm not trying to get lots of mods and everything. I'm not trying to get new weapons and things, but that just happens. Like I have all these timers and I have all these, I just have all these limitations in front of me. So like basically while I'm waiting on a timer so that I can complete my quest, I just go and level up another Warframe. So I guess the game, you know, it's gambling and it's monetization, and really it's kind of predatory practices have sunk its teeth into me, and the game is kind of addicting, and it's a cool game, but it's not always 100% uptime fun, especially as a new player. There's just so much stuff that's non-content, and your 1,000 hours of playtime is time that you spent logged in the game, but I don't actually think that it's true playtime. I don't think you're actually playing the game, or at least you're not having fun for 1,000 hours raw straight. That is not 1,000 hours of new non-stop content and mastery of that content. So that's my issue with Warframe. But for the diary entry here, basically I'm saying that the switch has been flipped, and I finally have enough content to really begin to mix and match. I finally have enough frames to switch it around, play some different roles. I got Frost Prime. By the way, guys, actually, yeah, Frost Prime is being given away. You get a bunch of different Prime weapons too. And Frost Prime is like carrying me through the game. Really, really good stuff, dude. Like awesome. Like there were some missions where I don't think I would have been able to beat without Frost Prime. So it's pretty cool. You get that with Twitch, Amazon Prime. You can get Amazon Prime, and then you get Twitch Prime from that. And then from Twitch Prime, you get some Warframe stuff. So that's cool, I guess, kind of, you know, to alleviate some grind, because Jesus Christ, otherwise I basically wouldn't be making this video. So yeah, spend money, guys, or else you won't have fun. Anyways, or maybe you can get some friends to help you. So I joined a clan, and the clan's been helpful. We've been jamming. I've been doing some trades with them. It's been cool, and I definitely, like, actually, it's not even a suggestion. You need to join a clan, or else, yeah, GG. You actually won't be able to progress through the game, essentially. So you got to join a clan. I did that. I've been having fun with that. I finally got some more frames. Plains of Eidolon is essentially non-content for me at the moment. So I'm actually going into the Void and doing some of that, trying to get some other frames. And yeah, I mean, it's been cool. Like, it's really cool. There's a lot of still tedium, you know, inside of all this game. But all in all, like, I am starting to have way more fun, like exponentially more fun now that I finally have full-on loadouts. Like, I mean, from the beginning of the game, you technically do have loadouts, and you have the ability to get a few different weapons, but you need to buy those slots. You know, you need to have the resources to craft those items, and it just takes so much to get into this game, and it's not a barrier of entry of just knowledge, of just mechanics, you know, skill. That's not the barrier of entry. It's artificial barriers to incentivize monetization. So yeah, Warframe, it's clicking for me. I get Warframe. Actually, I've kind of always got it. I just never was at a point where I was able to really play it. So yeah, I can now really play the game. But for new players, up and coming players, I don't think Digital Extremes, I do not believe that they have ever really made it easier for new players to really get into the game. I'm not just talking about tutorials, again, I'm talking about just the pure grind, the pure wall of grind that is in front of you is actually stopping you from enjoying what you should be enjoying. Even if you love grinding, the thing is that because, I mean, if you don't know Warframe, you know, there's different weapon types that do different types of damage, there's different enemies, it's kind of rock, paper, scissors. You absolutely need to really play Warframe to kind of have either a giant plethora of mods to use, you know, and be stacked, or, you know, lots of different weapons, lots of different frames, lots of different ways to play the game. And that's the point of the game. It's a toy box. We can all admit to that. Warframe, the Space Ninja toy box. That's what it's all about. But Digital Extremes continues to constrict the toy box, or it's basically like, here's a toy, but you can't have two toys at the same. Literally, that's actually how it is. You can have certain things in your inventory, but unless you spend money or platinum in order to expand the slots, you have to actually sell or trade out some toys so that you can get the new one and try that out. And that's not how it should be. A toy box is something that you fill, you know, over the years with all these new toys and go back and revisit them. I know. I had a car bed with the car bed with a toy box in the front, you know, where the engine would be in a real car. Man, that was sweet. I had so many Gundams and Legos in there. And that's what I want Warframe to be. But not only is it hard to get to that point, but once you are at that point where you can start to afford and you start gathering a lot of stuff, unless you have platinum, well, you're still limited. So yeah, I get Warframe now. I'm having fun, exponentially more fun. But at the same time, now I see even more barriers. I'm seeing even more incentivization for monetization. I'm really just seeing more reasons to not play. Thanks, Digital Extremes, for this really enticing game, but it's really more like bait and to lure me in, and then so you can sink your predatory fangs into me and many other players who have addictive personalities. So that's it. Anyways, I'll continue to play Warframe because I am starting to have some more fun, but you guys should know what you're getting into. And if you're already into it, you need to really think about that 1,000 hours you spent and really what you were doing during that time. Much love, friends. See you in the next one.